Today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Ultimate Spider-Man Fighter Pods Series 1. The only fighter pods I've seen in the past are Star Wars. In fact, I'm pretty sure I reviewed those as well. Apparently now we're getting Marvel Ultimate Spider-Man. May or may not be a good thing. I like Spider-Man, but I honestly thought the Star Wars fighter pods were a little weak. This is Series 1, and Spot actually picked up 3 bags, as he seems to be doing lately. 3 bags. Let's at least hope we get a Spider-Man. On the back, it appears that you can keep them in their pods, or you can take them out. The ones I'm looking at, I see Spider-Man, I see Venom, Juggernaut. Is that Iron Fist, Nick Fury, Sandman, and up at the top is that Nova. Who's in your pod? Includes 2 figures and 1 pod. Additional figures sold separately. Micro Heroes Mega Battles. Having said that, I'm looking around to see where... I actually don't have a knife. I don't have a knife. You think Spot would have his game down by now that I'd actually have a knife readily available. Either over here or over here. Unfortunately, I have nothing. So, we're just going to do this with my hands. Just going to rip this first one open. There appears to be no pamphlet. So, we get ourselves a fighter pod. You would open this up, from what memory serves, open this up and you would put your fighters inside. On the outside, you can see that there is a Spider-Man symbol. This reminds me of Atmosphere. Remember Atmosphere from American Gladiators? Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, you get yourself a clear little dome. Moving that aside, let's find out first which one we got. And we got ourselves the Rhino. Or Rhino. Is he articulated? No, he's just solid rubber. He also seems to be solid gray. There seems to be some dark areas of gray, but he's pretty much all gray except for his yellow eyes. Little peg hole on the bottom, which I think you can peg him onto the top, or I guess if you wanted to, you could probably take this off and you have a display stand, like so. That's kind of neat. Or you can take Rhino and put him inside the pod. Get in there, Rhino, and then close the pod up, and then you have Rhino inside his pod. I don't know why, but it's there. I think what I might do is I'm just going to take Rhino, and plug him into the base. And at least he's going to stand. That's one good thing. He at least is going to stand. I'm going to put him right there, just amongst the debris. Reaching into the bag, let's see who has joined Rhino in this adventure. We get ourselves Spider-Man. Not really sure what Spider-Man's doing here. He's leaning against, I guess, a wall made of web, or maybe he's got like a web glider. Now he also has a little peg hole on the bottom, but this peg is a little too small. But I'm just going to actually kind of take Spider-Man and sit him on top, just like so. There you have Spider-Man, there you have Rhino. Let's move on to bag number 2. Bag number 2. You're wondering, by the way, Spot picked this up at Toys R Us. There's the pod, another pod. And reaching in, we got ourselves, we got ourselves Doc Ock, but Doc Ock has seen better days. I'm thinking his glasses are here, and the paint they have missed. The paint is way over there. Paint's a little off, just a little bit. Or he's got red eyes. Maybe he has red eyes. No, I don't have him as a reference on the back, but these guys, he's pointing at something. He's like, hey, over there, even though he's looking up there where the paint's completely off. There's the back of him. Again, that peg hole. Doc Ock, a little messy, a little bit messy. You know what, Doc Ock, we'll take this pod apart, and we'll just give you, we'll at least give you the nicer peg. You've had enough problems in your life. Put you right there. And reaching in to the other, we got ourselves somebody who is covered in debris. Look at, he's got, what is this? I'm gonna assume that's Doctor Strange. I may or may not be right in that statement, but I'm gonna assume that's Doctor Strange. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the paint is atrocious on this guy. I thought Doc Ock was bad. He's got paint all over his collar. He's just a mess. He's just a mess. He's kind of reaching out. He's like, oh, somebody help me. Oh, I've been painted too badly. I can't even move. Somebody help me. I'm afraid nobody can help you, Doctor Strange, if that is who you really are. We're going to put you right there with your brethren. Again, he's got the smaller peg, so he's not gonna stand very well. He just topples over. Oh God, help me! The paint's so bad. Lastly, let's hope we at least get a Venom. We're gonna open this bag up. There's the pod, and reaching inside, Venom. You'd swear Spot actually planned that, but he didn't. Paint may or may not be bad. I guess the tongue is right. He's got some red on the side here. I don't know if that's supposed to be there, but at least he looks decent. This also looks like it's raised. Yes, it is. It is raised. So, Venom. At least Venom, they spend a little extra time and care into him. I'm going to take that off. For you, sir, because you're the nicest of the lot, I'm going to put you on the appropriately sized peg. I'm going to put you right there. And lastly, the last fighter pod figurine that we got inside. Maybe we got another Spider-Man. Nope, we got Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom. A little stumpy, a little short. Still wants to conquer the world, though. His paint actually is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. There's the back of him. All of them, by the way, are extremely rubbery. There's Doctor Doom, though. He's got some yellow, really dingy yellow. He's got yellow up the top there. But there you have Doctor Doom. Let's get him on his display stand, even though this one isn't going to stand. Let's just put him in the background there. There you go. Viewers alike, this is what Spot has acquired. Overall, they're all right. I mean, the Spider-Man, he's not really doing anything, but at least the Spider-Man's paint is clean. They put a lot more care into this guy than they did poor Magic Man down there. The Magic Man. By far my favorite. It's no surprise, I'm sure, to anybody, but my favorite definitely is Venom. Venom's all right. I wonder if I could put this guy on my pencil, although that's a pretty small pencil. Venom's looking pretty sharp, though. Pretty sharp, pretty snazzy indeed. Overall, they're not bad. I would say aside from the Venom, these likely aren't something I'm going to pick up again, but I mean, as a reviewer, certainly I don't mind picking these guys up, showing you some of the things that you can pick up yourselves. If you are a fan of like little miniature rubber figurines, perhaps these would be up your alley, I would say. If not for that, they are likely just a pass. Today, though, today's collectible spot, we're having a look at the Hasbro Ultimate Spider-Man Fighter Pods. Fighter Pods Series 1. Venom, Spider-Man on the front. Venom was really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.